Radio 1's Residency.
It's Thursday night on Radio 1, and you're listening to The Residency with me, Toki Monster. I'll be dropping by the UK and Europe in the next few months and during the
Mr.
summer.
Riddell, hello. How are you doing? I'm doing quite well. I'm trying to find music. This is what I do on SoundCloud. I go through SoundCloud and try to find half-decent music. There's so much stuff on SoundCloud, it's insane. And most of it is pretty garbage. Most of it is exactly the same. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through it later. Carla Vindev, hello. How are you? Welcome everybody. I found one new song, so that'll be good enough for today. I'll have to go through the feed later. So yeah, how's everyone doing? Okay, we're gonna embark on an adventure here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We're going to try put the one song on loop for the next few hours. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so the agenda today is trying to start the process of making shattering glass. We're gonna see if I can even do that at all. I don't know. Why is Blender taking so long? What's going on here? So I installed a new version of OBS and it's got like cool stuff. It's got like side chaining and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Did you take out the trash?
What's going on here?
Just say you're sorry.
I'm gonna need to kill Firefox. Displacement, glass, post-process effects. No, not gonna do any displacement, just gonna do alpha. But, so, making the actual glass is fine, but the fun part is gonna be, glass shattering. That's what I want. Hey, John Miz, what's up? I am 26. How old are you? Oh, Raymarch, you saw the trailer? Yeah. Yeah, we should play the trailer on here at some point. Why is this? What is going on here? Yeah. Yeah, the game... So, the vision in the trailer is like what I want the game to be. Like, it feels big. And there's voice acting and characters and stuff. And that's what I want the game to be. It's not that right now, but... in the next year it will be that big, I think. Planning on doing it on GPU or CPU? Probably CPU. What the heck is going on here? I can't run Blender. Maybe I need to kill Firefox. Hold on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do it on CPU. Hold on, I'm gonna kill Firefox and try and bring it back. Go, Blender, go! Okay, it was Firefox's fault. I love Firefox, but it is not great right now. Even with Firefox 57, there's still some... Sometimes I wonder if it's the developer's fault or Firefox, because some of these websites just... You can just tell that they were only tested on Chrome. You know, it's like Chrome is like IE back in 1996 or something. Yeah, I've become convinced that we need to do something about Chrome. Did we finish this song? I don't remember. Okay, well, we got Blender running. Good. We're making progress. So yeah, want to make glass. This is not a level I think that I want glass on. One that I want glass on is this one. Yes, this one. So, yeah, we want like glass in here, and it doesn't actually do anything, except for it can block minions from walking through. So the minion has to stop and like punch the glass, and then the glass will shatter. But otherwise, everything will just go right through the glass, and so it's kind of like glass in Counter-Strike. If you ever played that, it's just mostly for aesthetic purposes, but it always adds a little bit of extra action. This is what I'm going to do for the glass. Is there a plane? No. Okay. What is this, Counter-Strike game? Yeah, Counter-Strike, it's really something. Can't see where it needs to line up. Maybe there. Alright, pretty good. Comma Strife. How big do I make this? Okay. I guess also you won't be able to crawl through it. You'll have to shatter it first. But if you guys have has anyone ever played Fear? The original Fear? It had shattering glass, and it was so much fun. It didn't actually do anything. It just made everything more epic, especially because it was in slow motion, and it was just awesome. I loved it. Oh, that's a different size. So yeah, this is how I do objects in my level editor. I use Blender as the level editor, and I just add these. Blender has custom properties, and I have a Python script that just exports all the metadata, and these just get passed straight into a JSON file, and I can read it real easily. Center, and then there's, nope, I guess there isn't on the other side. We'll just start with this, three glass panes for now. Meanwhile, I parse the mesh name for tags. Oh my goodness, that's actually not that bad. I do that a little bit, I think. I do some really weird stuff with mesh names, so do what you gotta do, right? Alright, we'll be done with that for now. And we'll go in here. We're going to add a new component type. Unfortunately, this means I have 43 different types of components, which 42 is such a nice, even number. Oh well. Hey Kleinba, what's up? Welcome. What else do we need? Gonna need a ridge body. Gonna need that.
With all them heavy-headed dreams and well-bred skull and bones tendencies. Gotta feel the yellow teeth. It needs some dentistry in the front yard. I'm afraid I've missed my mark.
Gonna make a glass pane now.
Have I gone too far away?
Actually, I just need a plane. Here's some, ready for some pro level modeling. Boom, there it is. Actually, probably gonna have to. We'll just see what happens. I'm probably gonna have to trial and error this. Which direction it needs to be. Yeah, let's actually call it glass pane. 10 out of 10 modeling. Look at this glorious thing. Actually, why don't we do this in Blender? Set the color in Blender. Yes, everyone here should aspire to be as good as me when it comes to modeling planes. It's pretty tough. Takes years of practice, but I put in the time, you know. Okay. Topology is really impressive. I know, right? That's what I thought. Let's see here, what do we got? Need an example of static. Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. Gonna have to change everything. Can't remember.
There's a glow in the smoke from the river of what I see. Says hello every time that I'm feeling distant from me. I'll take my bags, I'll take my soul. Don't care how far I have to go. I think you know that I can't just stay here fading on my own. Still trying to maximize the investment. I never disregard what I'm blessed with. Said those 3 words and I meant it. Don't compare me to your exes. You know me so much better than you think you know me. Why would you keep on pushing me until I'm low-key? You want from me? Leave me in try till I'm feeling weak. Oh my honesty is leaving me.
So I don't actually need that if it's stored in the rigid body. Yeah.
You've changed my goal. Held you high when you've been wrong. But you know
Alright, let's see what happens.
Whether you wanna realize it now or when our hearts are down for the count, I wanna know how many of these rounds you would last if I wasn't around. There's blood on my hands. I don't know what you want from me. Bleed me and try till I'm feeling weak. Oh my honesty is leaving me. Leaving me, I'm leaving me. I can't stay just to hold the peace. Rather leave you with a piece of me. Hate me now so you eventually loving me.
Okay, good.
Loving me.
One thing I noticed when watching the trailer is that sometimes it gets hard to see the depth of the lines. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you mean the scan lines or the white lines that go around all the edges?
You know me so much better
White ones, okay. Yeah, yeah, they're all the same width, regardless of how far away they are. The idea is the scan lines are the ones that provide the depth, because they actually get stronger as they get farther away. Maybe make them a bit darker in the distance. Something. I don't know. I don't think I would darken them. Having them the same, yeah, and I don't know that I would want to change the same width. I don't know. Maybe having two different widths, like two different tiers of widths. I would consider that.
I've been quick to let go, and slow to know better. My instincts might be shot, but my reflex is sure. And I'm wanting apart while needing together. So sick of this juxtaposed, and you could be my cure. You could be my cure. Would you be my cure?
You wouldn't change the width, okay. Mr. Riddle, thank you so much for that subscription. I appreciate that very much. Every little bit helps. Because if the width of the line gets thinner the further away they are, one might think they're actually objects in the world and not just a stylistic thing. Interesting. Yeah, it's a tough problem, I don't know. Hey James, what's up? What am I doing? Oh, on the trailer, yeah. Thanks. It didn't do it at all. Where's the glass? More AR dev. Oh, nice. So are you still on the Pac-Man game or something different? There's no glass whatsoever. Just figured I can use camera data as a render texture for real-world reflection maps. Oh, yeah. Nice. What about coloring it dependent on the depth and the object that it is outlined? So a pink object far away would have a pink outline, and if the object would go all the way near the camera, it'd go towards white the closer it was. Interesting. That is an interesting... I could do that, actually. Now I'm doing 3D targets for a new toy line. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that one you showed was pretty sweet. Are you doing Global Game Jam? Oh, that's what you meant with darker, closer to the original color. Really? What do you mean? What is it instead of stickers? Yeah. 3D printed toy prototypes. Okay. And it's actually better to use the 3D shape than a 2D shape? Huh. I find that hard to... I mean, it makes sense, but it feels like it would be tougher to program. Oh, come on. V4 is doing the heavy lifting. Their Unity 2017 features are great. Huh, that sounds cool. I didn't even know you could do 3D targets for AR. That's awesome.
Attention, please.
You know what I need to do? So the glass is being created. I think it's probably not in the right place. So where is it? Origin? Didn't look like it's at the origin. Very, very strange. We're doing Global Game Jam? I'm supposed to speak at it actually. Wes was asking me if I could come up with something to talk about, and I don't really have a good topic, but oh, this is upside down. Cool. Is this other one upside down? Nope. That's good to know. Wonder if that glass pane need to be super deep and artsy. What, to do Global Game Jam? I'm not sure what is going on here. And make it sound as if game devs are saving the world. Hey man, we are! I don't know what's going on. Let's do this. Debug physics. To make a good, a good talk. Yeah. We're totally saving the world, yeah. And like, just maybe like 3/4 of the way through the talk, just like break down into tears. Try and go viral on YouTube. Alright, here we go. Aha! Our physics is working. Look at those nice boxes. But our rendering is not working. Huh. The philosophy of our art is the first step towards changing humanity. You know, you could do a TED Talk. You guys should submit something to TEDx or something. What is the ideal age for studying computer science? Right now, however old you are right now. It's kind of like the ideal, the only time better than, I don't even know how, I can't even say it properly. The only time it's better to plant a tree than now is 10 years ago. That sentence is not grammatically correct, but you get the idea. ASAP, yeah. Just do it. If you want to do it, just do it. So yeah, this rendering is not working. Let's yeah, do something about that. Let's see. Three glass things. Entity 48, 49, and 50. Okay. Honestly, I'd say 5 or 6. Does a straw have 1 hole or 2? Make your dreams reality. Yes. Just do it! Just do it! Yeah, yeah, definitely, like, it's ideal to start early, certainly. Oh. Oh, that's fine. Just make sure they don't end up as code slaves. Yeah, I don't think they will. If they have good coding skills, they will be fine. Shader! There's no shader attached to it. Oh my gosh. Evan, what are you doing? Goodness gracious, I'm losing it. Ugh. Nope, not instanced. If I take off my leg and attack you with it, am I hitting you or kicking you? These are the big questions in life. Is that resharper you're using? No, it is VS Vim. Alright, so that should fix that. Yeah. This sounds like... Yeah, you should do a TED Talk. Or you should be Jaden Smith. Just like take over his Twitter feed. Look, glass! Excellent. Let's see what happens when we fire a bolt at it. Okay, so right now the glass is just functions like every other kind of material. We can't go on it though. My head goes far enough. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? I love that one. I love that one. That's my favorite. Okay, so next step is we need to, we'll just make it like disappear when we shoot it. That'll be step 1. So, and actually we want the bolt to go through it as well. Listen, we are all very experienced in here. If you're a programmer, you are very experienced in trying to get your head up your own butt. all of us can claim to be experts at that, I think. Okay, so yeah, I want it to disappear, and I want the bolt to keep going through it. Oh, I should turn off the scan lines for you guys. Okay. Needlessly complicated shader bytecode class. That sounds interesting. What is this? Oh, it just like controls, just holds the bytecode. See, I have not written a single equals operator or copy constructor at all. I just hate that whole idea of copy constructors and stuff. It drives me nuts. But yeah, looks pretty cool. Alright, let's see. It's not? You like copy constructors? Okay, convince me, sell me. I don't understand. I hate... They're terrible. I have a question. How can I initialize my object 2D array, other 2D array, from a second object? I can't process this sentence. How can I initialize my object 2D array, other 2D array, from second object? Like, copy a 2D array? I mean, I know why I wrote it, but I don't think I had to make it so complicated. What about move constructors? Yeah, I haven't messed with move constructors either. Like, I just try to make all my classes dumb enough that I can just mem copy them, and if they're not dumb enough, then I just, then I just don't copy them. Like, if they have all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just try to be aware of the internals of things. Move constructors make more sense with shaders. Okay, you have plenty of issues with copy constructors. Good. We agree. Yeah, so if you're trying to copy a 2D array to a second 2D array, it depends on what kind of objects are in there. So this is actually very relevant to what we were just talking about with copy constructors. So the safest way would be to just iterate through both of them, to iterate through both arrays and just set them equal. Because then you'll call the copy constructor for each one if it's a complicated class. But if it's a dumb struct like I like to do, like as much as possible, my structs are dumb. They don't have, like, I don't use pointer, I don't store pointers in structs. They're all just dumb. They don't have a lot of smarts in them, and so I can mem copy them around, and it's safe to do that. So at least I try to as much as possible. So yeah, if you just have structs with just pure data, then yeah, you could just mem copy. I only do it if I need to have reference counters. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, they totally make sense for the certain kinds of patterns. I just try to avoid those. My design when making classes is making them simple data and all data that requires more than mem copy, then store it outside of class. Interesting. That sounds kind of like the pimple idiom a little bit. That's interesting. So if it's assigned, then all... Yeah. Alright, yeah, so this is good. very nice. Allows me to keep things super cache line friendly. Yeah, I like it. All components in my engine are aligned. If I destroy a component in the middle, I always know that it's fine to just move the last component to the remove component slot and pop the list instead. Yep. Well, that's an interesting thing. So how do you then, if you can move your components around, how do you handle references? Like one component referencing that other component. How do you handle that if you can move? Because all of my components are pinned in memory, so they can't. Once I create a component, it's going to stay in that spot in memory. So I can have holes in my component list. I try to fill those holes as soon as possible, but yeah, I can have holes in it. I'm curious how you handle that, or if maybe you just don't use references. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if this works. So yeah, once this is done, we'll have to actually write the glass shattering code. I have my own ref class that repoints on removal. Really? Okay. How does that work? How does the ref know that? Does that mean that each component has a list of all the references that point to it, or how? I'm very curious about this. I have a ref class too, but what I do, I'll show it real quick. It's very. Here it is. It's an ID and a revision. So when I delete a component, the revision number gets incremented, and then all the refs that are pointing to it, they're going to return null because the revision number is different. Probably some function pointer voodoo magic. Yeah, I'm curious how this is implemented. What am I doing? Hey! It's the worst glass shatter effect in the world. Isn't that basically a shared pointer? Yeah, but we're talking about when the target of the shared pointer... Does shared pointers do that? They can handle when something moves? I don't know of a way to... Except to have the target class keep a list of everything that's pointing to it. So that way when... Or something. Have a list of everything that's pointing to it, so then you can go through all those things and update them. Or... Wait a minute. No, because you said they were contiguous. You're actually moving it. It's not like you're just changing the pointer or something. Yeah, shared pointer knows when to delete an object, but it doesn't know when the object moves, does it? Because I don't think it's meant to. You're meant to move the object. Okay, we've deleted the glass, so now we need to make some glass shards. This is the hard part. I need to figure out how to do this. I'm worried because the issue is I don't want these glass shards to be part of the entity system, and right now it's assumed that all physics objects have a corresponding entity. So how best to do this? I'm gonna have to make a system. Hey, Hambone. Spawn particles at position at the corners. No one will know any better. Well, I'm trying. This is going to be an experiment, but I'm trying to do actual physics shards that bounce around and stuff. I used to do that actually. I think in an old game of mine, because I loved that idea. because I played Fear, and I just love the glass in Fear. It's so amazing. These are going to be instanced. No, I can't. Can't be instanced. Because each shard is going to be a different shape. Maybe I should just do this in the entity system. It would be increased... No. How would the glass work? Just lots of triangles textured, or some fancy stuff where you can tear meshes apart? Yes. That's what I want. I want fancy stuff where I can tear the meshes apart. That's the goal here. Didn't find the project. In any case, all objects have their unique ID, so if I create a ref to something with an ID, that ref will get notified whenever 2 events happen. One destroy event unbinds the ref, receives the new... Okay. So how does that... So do you have a big giant global list of all the refs? Or how does the ref get notified? Is my question. That seems like a cool system though. That's probably all the data we need for now. How do you submit meshes to be drawn in your renderer? It's real simple. I'll probably just use... I have a function call, basically. No refs are stored wherever you want consistent access to a certain object. I don't understand how this is working. Okay, so to start with, what I'll do to just get the ball rolling is I'll have the 4 corners of the glass, and I'll have the point that it got shot, and I'm just going to shatter it at those into 4 triangles. So that'll be my first goal. So we're going to have to generate a dynamic mesh for each glass shard because they're going to be different shapes. And I got to remember how I do dynamic meshes in my engine. The pipeline forward rendered. No, it's actually deferred. And how do you put meshes into your physics world? I just call the bullet APIs. Yes. No. Yeah, you can totally... I'm totally just gonna shove them in there. I'm gonna make it work. So first up is let's just do this. Eclipse! Thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh boy, this API. It's gonna be crazy. Oh boy. Well, let's just generate the corners. Let's just do it. Alright, corners. No, I shouldn't even do that. Oh, you saw the Reddit post. Nice. Awesome. Okay. Let's do vec2s. What's this? Oh, you're doing my work for me. Awesome. Interesting. Yeah, okay, what I'm trying to accomplish though is like I already googled this? Wow. Clear slow motion glass. Okay, I already see some glass in this one. Oh, this is so classic. Look, watch this. Oh, wow, it bounced off. That usually doesn't do that. This is a pretty good shot. My mouse doesn't work. I have terrible reflexes. But it's like, it shatters perfectly. It's like, it's not random, it actually shatters at exactly the point that you shoot through, and it just does triangles, like, around that point. Maybe I don't remember it as perfect as it actually was, but, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. And then I can randomize it from there, maybe, but something close to that. But, yeah, we'll see. So for now, what I'm gonna do... These are all in local space. So we need this as well. And I need to remember how to do dynamic meshes. Let's see. I could have sworn I used dynamic meshes. There we go. Okay, I guess that's the only thing I need. Just one attribute, position, that's easy. I didn't think about this. Not gonna work. Glass shatter within the direction and magnitude of the hit matter? Yeah, eventually. Right now I'm just trying to get it to... just, yeah. We'll get there. Good point, though. 3 vertices. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess we're back. Nope. Jeez, our internet. I just used a really crappy $20 keyboard I got from Micro Center that is like a no-name brand, so I don't know if you guys can hear me at all. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you are keeping a giant list, or a giant structure. Gotcha. Set up lists of objects with unique IDs. Oh wow, this is like a whole use case and everything. Cool. Gotcha. So you bind it, you add the listener and target pair together, and then this, nice. See this ID thing? I don't actually store an ID. I actually, it's based on your address in memory. Since you're you know, these objects are always going to be stored in a structure, like in a big global array. You can calculate its ID by taking like the pointer to it and then just subtracting. So I don't actually store the ID. But I do store a revision number, which I guess is the same thing that you're doing here, so that when an object gets deleted, I increment the revision number, and that way people know, oh, this is a new object now. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I was curious where, I was like, somewhere you gotta have a list of what things are pointing to the target. Gotcha. Cool. So I guess the only thing is you have to inherit from S-object. Unfortunately, mine also uses templates, which is like slower and awful. This looks like it's almost like C++ or C friendly. Not quite. But yeah, so I use templates instead, which is like almost like yours better. Alright, so I need to store IDs in a big fat LUT, which means destroying objects is slower than your way. But my philosophy is if you're destroying objects in real time, then you could probably do it in a better way. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, I tried it, like, destroying and creating objects is like the slowest thing in games as far as like Unity. A lot of times, like, people have to do object pooling and stuff because most of the stutters in Unity games are from creating and destroying objects. So, yeah, I don't know. Try to keep that to a minimum. Okay. Oh man, I don't have any alpha sorting. It's gonna be a nightmare. That's alright. Get the feeling that I'm writing too much code. It's not, none of it's gonna work. See what happens. Nothing more satisfying than writing way too much code and having everything work immediately. How often does that happen, though? Yeah, that is really a really satisfying feeling, though. You're absolutely right. That's the best. Can't even get it to compile. Static void update all. Am I going crazy here?
I know it's easy to get lost in yesterday, to bring back all these things. I know you loved them, I know you love them, but I know that I can try again to warm your heart. Please understand, things don't stay forever. We say we want to make a change. I must admit it feels a little strange to see it in a different way.
What am I doing wrong here? Someone tell me what I'm screwing up. Static void update all. This one works fine. What is this, C decal? Is that what's screwing it up? Why is it const after that? I feel like I just need to rebuild it or something. My system clock is off, and so a lot of times things just like don't get rebuilt. Freaking Visual Studio. Well, it's probably my system clock or something. Oh, shoot. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing your code with us. So, we're gonna have to... I should have done this anyway, so it's alright. I have to re-implement this function manually. Hey, William viewers. Hello, Manifold Gardeners. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. We are doing some cool stuff. It's very, very exciting. Hey, William. How's it going? Getting close? It's like the worst question. You should never ask that of a game developer. Oh, you guys probably haven't seen the game. Here, so I just released a new trailer. Here, I'll show it to you guys. Okay. Oh, no sound.
Okay, Claw Lady. It's the same for all of us. You want to live? You have to get off the planet. Right now, energy is money, and there's only so much of it.
Look, you capture a zone, you get its energy. So, you gonna fight?
Well, I hope you make it. Hey, and if I'm still around when you finally reach your goal, let me know how it feels to be on top.
Pretty exciting. Okay, let me try and restore my stream here. Note that down in your copybooks. Exactly. Oh, you get it. Excellent. Do you recognize the helix structure? If you do, write it down. Octocron, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so today we're working on shattering glass, and we probably won't get it to a completely finished state today, or maybe not even remotely close, but we're gonna try. So here's the glass. Aha! It broke it into 4 pieces. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. Did you see it there? And then the calling is failing, and so it's you can see where it breaks it up into 4 pieces. Oh my gosh, it's working! And then after 5 seconds it disappears. Holy crap! That's the best. I think I just ship it. Like, that's the best glass shatter effect I've ever seen in my life. Alright, oh, you like the trailer. Awesome. Glad you like it. Yeah, feel free to sign up on the website if you're interested in the game. There's going to be a free demo coming out soon, so I'm going to send out emails to everyone who signs up. Port Punky, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome. Okay, so this is pretty good. Now, one thing is... Sednari, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome. We're going to change this. We're going to... I want the glass shards to have edges, glowing white edges. So we're gonna do that, and that way, I can't believe that like pretty much worked on the first try. It was close to what we were talking about. Super desconocido. I'm sorry, I can't really pronounce that, but welcome. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, this should let us see the actual triangle edges of the thing. Now, interesting that it always shattered it at the center, the exact center. Didn't want that. Slurps Mad Rips, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, it actually worked. You can see, oh, it's actually working. Okay, but we don't have any edges. And also, we gotta fix the culling. Why don't we have any edges? Draw hollow. There's that. Tardy Gravy, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome. I like your guys' usernames. It's pretty great. Huh. You know what? I wonder if this is the problem. Are you developing a game without a game engine? Yes, it is custom C++. Hence why I'm struggling here. I do not know why we are not. Oh, I know what we're doing wrong. I know what we're doing wrong. Yes, we need to call this. You know what we should do? I had the same trick in my last game. Let's see here. I can't do that right now. Engine doesn't support it. I could change it. Can't wait for the game. Awesome. Thanks for saying that. It means a lot. Sometimes game development can feel like you're kind of just screaming into the void and no one's paying any attention, so I appreciate that. So here's the issue. I can have for all of these glass shards, it's going to be the same vertex buffer. And do I want to go through the hassle of adding a separate operation here that will let me all use the same index buffer? Or I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to, for now, we won't try to optimize this. There's not going to be a whole lot of glass shards anyway. It's not going to be an insane amount here. So we will just be okay with it. Now we need 6, and I need to actually think about this. So the edges index buffer is a little bit different. Alright, from 0 to 1, from 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, 3 to 1. Wait a minute, there's... How many? 1, 2, there should be 3. Oh. Okay. Now we should have edges. This was turning out a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Although there's still like a million things. The physics is going to be tricky. I don't know if I can actually do that today. But we could fake it a little bit. Maybe that's what I'm going to end up doing anyway, is like no physics. Just do some basic animation and do some physics ourselves rather than actually using the physics engine. I don't know. We'll see. look at that! And now we gotta fix the culling. But, oh man, wherever we shoot, that's where it shatters. Uh-oh. What happened there? It's just the culling again. Okay, let's fix the culling. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute. What's going on here? What the heck? Oh, recentered. Dig the style, reminds me of old vector art games. Yeah! That's the idea. Okay. Should fix our culling, and then we will be on our way. Oh, yes. Culling works correctly. Now, the next step is going to be more than just four glass shards. But, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like it a lot. Oh! Aha. That's a bug. Let's let it clean up. Cool. Crash fixed. Rotating the shards based off of the intersection point. Yeah, exactly. And I want to have more shards and just like all kinds of stuff. And then, yeah, I want to do physics on it. Yeah, all kinds of plans. But I think I'm gonna have to be satisfied with this for now. I gotta take off.